Today, we're jumping into a problem that, let's be honest, is hitting just about everyone everywhere. We are all collecting so much data, right? But the real question is, are we actually using it? Or are we just, drowning in it?
So think about it for a second. A shipping clerk, an HR manager, and a bank auditor. On the surface, their worlds couldn't be more different. One's tracking giant vessels, another's handling payroll, and the last one's deep in corporate strategy. But they all share this hidden struggle that's really defining work these days.
And that's it, right there. That's the big connection. It really doesn't matter what your job title is. Finance, education, operations, it's all the same. The real challenge is turning all that raw information into something that actually helps, something that saves you time and lets you make smarter decisions. Okay, so the first big hurdle, the one almost everyone hits first, is just the sheer grind of manual work. You know what I'm talking about? The endless copy-pasting, pulling together a dozen different files. That feeling that you're spending all day preparing data instead of actually understanding it? This quote from Christine really just says it all, doesn't it? It's not complicated. It's a plea for a better, smarter way to work. It's about wanting to get out of the weeds and focus on the stuff that really moves the needle. And she is definitely not alone. And this visualizes the pain perfectly. Think about someone like India in a finance department. Her daily routine is literally this cycle. She's tracking revenue by hand, punching in numbers from physical receipts into Excel. It's so slow, it's begging for errors. And by the time that report finally gets emailed out, the data is already old news. Any decision you make based on that is a total shot in the dark. And seriously, this is happening everywhere. You've got Ash in finance trying to wrestle different reports together. Isa in HR just wants to make payroll simpler. Fida is over there manually logging ship stats, and Jeremy, who's a lecturer, is just sick and tired of clunky macros just to track his teaching hours. The specifics are different, but the root problem, it's exactly the same. And just so you get a sense of the scale here, we're not talking about a few hundred lines in a spreadsheet. Take Joe from a currency department. He is dealing with over 1 million rows of data. At that scale, doing things by hand isn't just inefficient, it's basically impossible. But getting out of that manual trap, well, that's just step one. So once you've managed to automate things and escape that manual grind, a new goal pops up. It's not enough to just get your data faster. You have to actually understand it. You need clarity. This is all about making that leap from just staring at numbers to actually seeing the story they're trying to tell you. The big idea here is to move on from those confusing, static reports that are stuck on someone's computer. The new goal is to create live, interactive dashboards, with clear visuals that are easy to get, all pulling from one single source of truth that the whole team can trust and use. Here's a perfect example. Fatima works in a scholarship department, dealing with financial aid. Now, instead of showing her team a massive, confusing table of names and numbers, imagine she shows them this. Instantly, right away, everyone in the room can see exactly how the scholarships are broken down. That's what we mean by clarity. It's turning a spreadsheet into an insight you can grasp in seconds. And that's really the whole point. People like Tuba, who has to report to her board every quarter, aren't just making charts to look pretty. They are communicating really complex information in a way that's fast, it's clear, and it's powerful, especially for leaders who just don't have time to dig through a spreadsheet. Okay, this brings us to the highest level, the top of the data mountain, if you will. So you've automated your reports. You've made them super clear and visual. Now what? Well, now you use all that power to drive strategy, to actually measure the things that matter for your organization's success. And at the heart of this stage is the KPI, or Key Performance Indicator. Now, this isn't just any old number. It's a very specific metric that you choose because it's tied directly to a major business goal. For pros like Oliver, Kevin, and Beatrice, tracking these KPIs is their entire job. And the stakes here can be unbelievably high. Remember Christine from before? She's not just making reports for her team. No, she's monitoring 47 different national-level initiatives for the Ministry of Transport. Her data has to be crystal clear, perfectly accurate, and totally strategic because it's informing decisions that affect the whole country. You've got John, who needs to make sure money and people are pointed at the right strategic goals. Nani needs to measure if student programs are actually successful in the long run. Josh's job is to monitor how entire departments are doing after a big merger. And Julio is building a global system to compare 25 different ports. So what does it all boil down to? They're all using data to answer that one critical question: are we on track? So, when you put this all together, what does this journey really look like for the modern professional? Well, it's a clear three-stage evolution, really. It's the path from just having data to actually making decisions with it.
It all kicks off with automation, finally breaking free from that manual grind. From there, you level up to visualization, where you start turning all those numbers into clear stories that people can actually understand. And that leads to the ultimate goal, strategy, where you're using those stories to track your KPIs and make smart, data-driven decisions. So let's end with a question for you. Every single spreadsheet, every report, every database your company has, it's telling a story. It's telling you what's working, what's broken, and where your next big opportunity is hiding. The only question left is, are you ready to actually listen?